Jason Short from New Zealand is P2. Best lap is a 1:42.654. Todd is P5. Chris Bunnett from New Zealand is first with 25 kilos. Best lap is a 1:41.574. Jason Short from New Zealand is P2. YH8 Racing is third. Best lap is a 1:43.958. Todd is fourth with 50 kilos. Best lap is a 1:46.306. Jason Short is P2. Best lap is a 1:42.375. YH8 Racing is P3. Todd is P5. Best lap is a 1:44.469. Jason Short is P2. YH8 Racing is third. Best lap is a 1:42.603. Chris Bunnett is first. YH8 Racing is P3. Todd is P5 driving Audi. YH8 Racing is third. Chris Bunnett is P1. Todd is 5th. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is 6th with 50 kilos. Best lap is a 8:54.624. Chris Butt is P1. Todd is 5th. YH8 Racing is P3. Jason Short is P2. Yamashita 40 is 6th. Todd is 5th. Best lap is a 1:43.689. YH8 Racing is 3rd. Todd is 5th. Jason Short is P2. Todd from New Zealand is P5. YH8 Racing is P3. Yamashita 40 is P4. Best lap is a 1:42.649. YH8 Racing is P3. Todd is 5th. YH8 Racing is P3. Yamashita 40 is P2. Best lap is a 141.856. Chris Butt is P1. Yamashita 40 is P2. YH8 Racing is 4th driving Audi. Chris Butt is 1st. YH8 Racing is 4th. Todd is P5. Chris Butt is P2. Yamashita 40 is P1 driving Audi. Best lap is a 141.452. YH8 Racing is P4. Todd is P5. Chris Butt is P2 with 25 kilos. Yamashita 40 is P1. Todd is 5th driving Audi. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is P1. MMR 333 from Canada is 7th with 50 kilos. Todd is P5. MMR 333 is 7th with 50 kilos. Todd is P5. YH8 Racing is P4. MMR 333 is P7. Todd from New Zealand is P5. Chris Butt is P2. YH8 Racing is P4. Todd is 5th. Yamashita 40 is 1st. Best lap is a 1:41.202. Todd is P5 with 50 kilos. Yamashita 40 is P1 with 50 kilos. Todd is 6th driving Audi. MMR 333 is P5. Best lap is a 1:43.061. YH8 Racing is 4th with 50 kilos. MMR 333 is P5. The qualification session is at Permanent Circuit Waikato in Handley, New Zealand. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the northeast. YH8 Racing is first with 50 kilos. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P3 with 25 kilos. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is 5th with 25 kilos. Jason Short from New Zealand is P3 with 25 kilos. YH8 Racing is P1. Ten minutes remaining in the session. YH8 Racing improved is first with a 142.963. Chris Butt is third with 25 kilos. Chris Butt is provisional pole with a 141.891. MMR 333 from Canada is fourth up 18.05 with 50 kilos. MMR 333 is provisional pole with a 140.661. Todd from New Zealand is 6th with 50 kilos. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is 5th up 0.62 with 50 kilos. Jason Short is P3 up 0.17. Jason Short improved his P3 with a 142.295. 1.634 off pole. YH8 Racing is P5 up 0.63. Jason Short is P4 up 0.60. Yamashita 40 is 3rd up 0.90 driving Audi. Five minutes remaining in the session. Yamashita 40 improved his second with a 141.516. 0.855 off pole. MMR 333 is P1. MMR 333 is provisional pole with a 140.218. Yamashita 40 is second up 0.10 with 50 kilos. Todd is 6th. Yamashita 40 is P2 up 0.20. Yamashita 40 improved his P2 with a 141.288. 1.070 off pole. MMR 333 is P1. Jonathan Rosser is P7. MMR 333 is first up 0.18 with 50 kilos. Todd is sixth up 0.20 with 50 kilos. Todd improved his P6 with a 143.717, 3.499 off pole. Chris Budd is third up 0.11. Todd is P6 up 0.11 driving Audi. Chris Budd is third up 0.28. Todd is P6 up 0.63. Todd improved his sixth with a 143.321, 3.103 off pole. Yamashita 40 is P2 up 0.32 driving Audi. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Jason Short is P4 up 0.33. Jason Short improved his P3 with a 141.714, 1.496 off pole. Todd from New Zealand is sixth up 0.34. Todd improved his sixth with a 143.042, 2.824 off pole. YH8 Racing is fifth up 12.29. Chris Budd is P4. Best lap is a 141.829. 1.611 off pole. YH8 Racing is P5. Broadcast bot is 19th with 50 kilos. The race session is at Permanent Circuit Waikato in Handley, New Zealand. The wind speed is 1 km/h from the northeast. Yamashita 40 is P1. MMR 333 from Canada is P2 with 50 kilos. Jason Short from New Zealand is third with 25 kilos. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P4 with 25 kilos. YH8 Racing is fifth with 50 kilos. Todd from New Zealand is P6 with 50 kilos. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P7 with 25 kilos. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is P1 with 50 kilos. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Chris Butt is third. Yamashita 40 is P2. Chris Butt is third. Yamashita 40 is second. Jason Short is P4. Yamashita 40 is second. Chris Butt is fourth. Jonathan Rosser is sixth. Jason Short is P5 driving a Mercedes-Benz, 0.1 behind Todd. Jason Short passed Todd for P4. Todd is P5. Best lap is a 1:52.010. 4.619 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser is sixth driving a Toyota, 0.7 behind Todd. Todd is P6, 0.1 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd passed Jonathan Rosser for P5. Jonathan Rosser is 6th with 25 kilos, 1.3 behind Todd. Jason Short from New Zealand is P4, 1.4 behind Chris Butt. Chris Butt is P3, 1.4 behind Yamashita 40. Jason Short is 4th, 1.7 behind Chris Butt. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P6, 1.0 behind Todd. Chris Butt is P3, 1.6 behind Yamashita 40. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Jonathan Rosser is P6 with 25 kilos, 0.9 behind Todd. Jason Short is P4, 1.6 behind Chris Butt. Chris Butt was 0.6 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P6, 1.7 behind Todd. Jason Short is P4, 1.3 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short passed Chris Butt for 3rd. Todd is 5th with 50 kilos, 0.1 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd passed Jonathan Rosser for P4. Jonathan Rosser is P5 with 25 kilos, 0.7 behind Todd. Chris Butt is 6th. Best lap is a 141.315. .293 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is 5th battling Chris Butt. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P6, 1.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P5, 1.4 behind Todd. YH8 Racing entering the pits is 7th. Todd is P5, 0.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd passed Jonathan Rosser for fourth. Jonathan Rosser is P5 with 25 kilos, 0.1 behind Todd. Chris Butt is P6, 0.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is P5. Best lap is a 1:43.127. 2.435 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser passed Todd for P4. Jonathan Rosser lost 5th to Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is P2 driving Audi, 1.0 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 was 1.3 faster last lap. Chris Butt is P5 driving a Mercedes-Benz, 0.2 ahead of Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is 6th driving a Toyota, 0.3 behind Chris Butt. Jonathan Rosser is now 4th. Chris Butt is 5th driving a Mercedes-Benz, 0.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Yamashita 40 is P2, 1.3 behind MMR 333. Chris Butt is 5th, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 on lap 7 is P2, 2.1 behind MMR 333. Yamashita 40 was 3.6 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser on lap 7 is 5th, 0.1 behind Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is 2nd, 2.1 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser exiting pits. YH8 Racing is P6, 0.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd is 7th, 0.6 behind YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing was 9.7 faster last lap. YH8 Racing is 6th with 50 kilos, 0.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing was 1.2 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is 2nd, 2.1 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser on lap 8 is P6, 0.2 behind YH8 Racing. Yamashita 40 is P2 with 50 kilos, 2.6 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 was 0.9 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser is P6 with 25 kilos, 0.7 behind YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing was 2.2 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is second, 2.0 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P6, 0.9 behind YH8 Racing. Yamashita 40 is second driving Audi, 2.0 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser on lap 9 is 6th, 1.2 behind YH8 Racing. Five minutes remaining in the session. Yamashita 40 is P2, 2.0 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P6, 2.3 ahead of Todd. Yamashita 40 is P2, 1.5 behind MMR 333. Todd is P7, 1.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd was 1.0 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is second with 50 kilos, 1.0 behind MMR 333. Todd is 7th with 50 kilos, 1.7 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 is P2, 0.9 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is 7th, 0.7 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 is P2, 0.9 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P7 with 25 kilos, 1.1 behind Todd. Todd was 2.5 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is P2, 1.6 behind MMR 333. Jonathan Rosser is P7 with 25 kilos, 1.2 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 is P2. Best lap is a 140.809. 0.117 off the fastest lap. Jonathan Rosser on lap 11 is 7th, 0.8 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 is 2nd, 2.1 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 was 1.2 faster last lap. Jonathan Rosser is 7th, 2.1 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 is P2, 1.9 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 finished first. The leader has just finished the race. MMR 333 finished P1. Yamashita 40 finished second. Jason Short finished third. Chris Butt finished P4. YH8 Racing finished 5th. Todd finished P6. Jonathan Rosser finished P7. Broadcast bot is P8. The race session is at Permanent Circuit Waikato in Hentley, New Zealand. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the northeast. Jonathan Rosser is first. Todd from New Zealand is P2 with 50 kilos. YH8 Racing is third with 50 kilos. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P4 with 25 kilos. Jason Short from New Zealand is P5 with 25 kilos. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is 6th with 50 kilos. MMR 333 from Canada is 7th with 50 kilos. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P1 with 25 kilos. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Todd is P2. Jason Short is P3. Jason Short passed Todd for P2. Todd is P3. Todd lost P3 to YH8 Racing. YH8 Racing is third. Jason Short is second. MMR 333 is P4. Jason Short is second. MMR 333 is P4. MMR 333 is now P3. Jason Short is second, 0.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd is fifth, 0.4 behind Yamashita 40. Todd passed Yamashita 40 for fourth. Jason Short on lap 2 is second, 0.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing is 7th, 0.7 behind Chris Budd. Jason Short is P2, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. MMR 333 is third, 0.2 behind Jason Short. Jason Short is third, 0.2 behind MMR 333. Jason Short passed MMR 333 for P2. MMR 333 is third driving a McLaren, 0.6 behind Jason Short. Jason Short is P2, 0.3 ahead of MMR 333. MMR 333 is third. Best lap is a 141.501. MMR 333 passed Jason Short for P2. Jason Short from New Zealand is 5th, 1.1 behind Yamashita 40. Jason Short was 7.8 faster last lap. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Jason Short lost 5th to Chris Butt. Yamashita 40 is 4th, 1.2 behind Todd. Jason Short is 6th. Best lap is a 143.446. 1.945 off the fastest lap. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.8 behind Todd. Jason Short is P6, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. Todd is 4th, 0.8 behind Yamashita 40. MMR 333 is P2. YH8 Racing is P6, 0.3 behind Jason Short. MMR 333 is P2, 0.2 behind Jonathan Rosser. Todd is 4th, 1.3 behind Yamashita 40. YH8 Racing is 6th with 50 kilos, 1.0 behind Jason Short. MMR 333 is P2 with 50 kilos, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jonathan Rosser is 2nd. Best lap is a 143.108. 1.607 off the fastest lap. YH8 Racing exiting pits. Todd is 5th, 0.4 behind Jason Short. Jonathan Rosser is 2nd with 25 kilos, 1.3 behind MMR 333. Todd is P5, 0.8 behind Jason Short. Jonathan Rosser is P2, 2.4 ahead of Yamashita 40. Todd is P5, 1.4 behind Jason Short. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.5 ahead of Todd. Yamashita 40 was 6.8 faster last lap. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Todd is P5, 0.4 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 was 6.8 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is 4th. Best lap is a 1:41.222. Todd is P5, 0.8 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.5 behind Jason Short. Todd is P5. Best lap is a 1:42.895. 2.302 off the fastest lap. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is P4, 0.6 behind Jason Short. YH8 Racing is 6th, 2.6 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 on lap 7 is 4th, 0.5 behind Jason Short. YH8 Racing is P6, 2.7 behind Todd. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is 4th, 0.1 behind Jason Short. Yamashita 40 passed Jason Short for 3rd. Yamashita 40 lost 3rd to Jason Short. Todd is P5, 2.4 behind Yamashita 40. Yamashita 40 is 4th, 0.2 behind Jason Short. Chris Budd is 7th. Best lap is a 1:42.568. 1.975 off the fastest lap. Yamashita 40 is P4, 0.5 behind Jason Short. Yamashita 40 lost 5th to YH8 Racing. Yamashita 40 lost P6 to Chris Butt. Chris Butt is P6, 1.9 behind YH8 Racing. Todd is P4 with 50 kilos. Five minutes remaining in the session. Yamashita 40 is P7. Yamashita 40 entering the pits is 7th. Jason Short is 3rd with 25 kilos, 3.8 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 is P7, 0.4 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short from New Zealand is 3rd, 3.5 behind Jonathan Rosser. Jason Short was 2.1 faster last lap. Yamashita 40 is P7 with 50 kilos, 1.0 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short is P3, 2.9 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 from New Zealand is 7th, 0.3 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short is P3, 2.2 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 is P7, 0.8 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short is P3. Best lap is a 1:41.827. 1.234 off the fastest lap. Yamashita 40 on lap 11 is 7th, 2.8 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short is P3. Yamashita 40 is 7th, 2.2 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short is P3, 0.3 behind Jonathan Rosser. Yamashita 40 is P7 with 50 kilos, 1.7 behind Crispa. Jonathan Rosser is third with 25 kilos battling Jason Short. Jonathan Rosser passed Jason Short for P2. Jason Short is P3 battling Jonathan Rosser. Jason Short passed Jonathan Rosser for second. Jonathan Rosser is third, 0.7 behind Jason Short. The leader has just finished the race. MMR 333 finished P1. Jason Short finished second. Jonathan Rosser finished third. Todd finished P4. YH8 Racing finished P5. Crispa finished P6. Yamashita 40 finished 7th. Broadcast bot is 8th.